Hello and welcome to Inkscape for Teachers. In previous tutorials we've looked at curves of pursuit using rotate and translate menu, but now we're going to use tiled clones and I'll show you how that works. So first we'll start with a rectangle or the rectangle tool, Control Shift and drag out from the centre. Okay, now with that selected, go to Edit, Clone, Create Tiled Clones, and leave it on P1 symmetry. Shift -100 in the X per column, scale -10 for X and Y in these boxes here, and under rotation make sure that's 6.8. Now must have 1 and 2 in here, and click Create, and that rotates and dilates in the one step. Now we click on the inner one, it's the same bounding box, and click Create again. We keep selecting and creating till we build up curve of pursuit. I'll pause and continue. You can see I've zoomed in there to do the last small squares, but here's a trick if you want to fill in the rest of the centre, or a fair bit of the rest of the centre. What you can do is just, actually before we do that, we'll unlink these clones because we want to edit them. So select the lot, Edit, Clone, Unlink Clone, and now if I click on that inner one, Control click if you grouped it, but I can just click, I think, yep, click, Control C and Control V, paste over there. We're going to use that to get our size. Now we'll select all of that, Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate, drag it down, and what we want to do is make this line up with this one and be the same size. So I might actually shrink it down a bit more, like that, and I'm going to snap it to the corner there. Click again and change the rotation centre to the corner, and then drag it around to line up with this one. It's not snapping to the path, so I'll click Snap to Paths, that should have been on, and there we have it. So now they're orientated the same way. I'll select this one whose size I want, Control C, select the other group, go Edit, Paste Size. Now it's the same size there. Now I should be able to drag this back into position, and there it snaps nicely, and I've completed a lot more of the puzzle, or the pattern. Now notice the lines are getting smaller and smaller. That clone procedure seemed to change the size of those as well. So I'll select the lot, Control U to ungroup, and then under Fill and Stroke I can set the stroke style, change it to millimetres. We'll go to 0, but we can bump that up to say 0.2, and there we have it. There's a very accurate curve of pursuit. Now I'll regroup it, Control G, and you might want to give it a fill. Actually I think I filled lots of things there, so Control Z. I needed to fill the last rectangle, so Control click the rectangle and click Fill. Looks the same, but it's probably less memory. And let's have a look at the fill colour, maybe lighten that up a bit, whatever you want to do. Okay, now the interesting thing is you can duplicate this. Let's shrink it down a bit, Control D. Actually I've got shrink strokes as well on. You can decide whether you want that on, that's probably not a bad idea for this. And we'll snap the paths. We just want to snap cusp nodes and paths. So there's the cusp nodes, there's the paths. That should work. If you drag from a corner sometimes that helps. There we go. Now that doesn't seem to, well, or does it? We can try different orientations. Rotate that around. Oh, it's not doing it because it's doing it about the different centre. I click on it and click rotate. Of course they're all going to be the same. anyway, so I will leave that there. They're symmetrical upon rotation. So Control D to duplicate again, and we can Control D duplicate the whole lot and drag that down, and again, and you can get some quite impressive patterns there. Anyway, that ends this tutorial, and as always, thanks for watching.